Hello, and we are talking about begonias today.
And there is a lot of begonia
There's a lot
styles.
to talk about, so we're
Yep.
going to get right into it.
Can I just say, I'm going to bring that up around because I have a bench on my side.
I got longer arms.
Okay.
Look how beauteous that is.
That is called nonstop flame. And if you can see it really close, it has that yellow inside and that flame of the orange on the outside. So begonias have a lot of different colors. Some of them are two-tone, some are just straight. So what is your favorite color that you plant with? We won't even just say begonias.
Yeah, so any color flower. So you have, and people, I say people vote with their dollars in the greenhouse. And one of our long-term employees, Jane, the fabulous Miss Jane, she's famous and has her own following because she's our garden guru. But she doesn't like pink.
Look at all the kind of.
Yeah. This entire greenhouse is pink. And she's
She
like,
always
"Ah."
walks in, she's like, ugly pink.
Yeah.
I think we're starting to wear her down just a little bit.
Yeah, like people buy pink though. So go ahead, comment down below. What is your favorite color flower? Can be whatever. Geraniums, petunias, begonias. What is your favorite color? So just
And there
curious.
is in flowers, when you're looking at across the board, whites, reds, pinks, and purples are definitely going to be the most natural in the color scheme. But like begonias or geraniums, you have those beautiful oranges, the yellows. You have a lot of different colors that can start happening out of those mixes. There's not a lot in the blues. So if you're seeing
The
a lot
true-
of true blue, Lobelia has a true
Yes.
blue.
Yeah, salvia.
Salvia has a true blue.
Yep.
But there's not geraniums. That's AI.
yeah. Somebody's like, where can I get these blue geraniums I saw? No, that's not real. Okay, so let's talk about begonias. We got a lot to get through.
We do.
So
let's
tuberous.
start with just the basic.
Okay.
Let's start with that, and we'll work our way up. So on the smaller side of the begonias, there is bedding begonias, and they come in that we
These are
carry.
wax begonias. I'll hold it this way, and you hold that one,
And-
so we can show.
So this would be your bronze leaf.
And the green leaf. I love wax begonias. I've said it so many times. They're my go-to for.
Everything.
Well, you know, when you're doing a container, a planter, and you just need to fill in that little something area, wax begonias. They don't care. Full sun, full shade, whatever, it works, and they do fabulous.
And you're gonna say a begonia in sun?
Yep.
And you know what? We said the same thing until
Yeah, growing up in the greenhouses, I thought these had to be in the shade. And we went our first trip down to Disney World in Florida, full Central Florida, full blazing sun. And I remember it was, this is before we had the greenhouses. And we went for their flower festival.
Yes.
And the entire side of, they had like a great big pond. This is at Epcot. Wax begonias the entire way. We're talking like acres.
they had a big design done up in it.
I'm like, you can't put begonias in full sun.
You saw them, and then you're like, we need to get closer. I need to make
Yeah.
sure that's what I think
Yeah.
it is.
Blew my mind.
It did.
Yeah, absolutely. Wax begonias, full sun, full shade. They don't care. They'll just perform fabulously.
So Disney, if you really want us to come to the Flower Festival, we will. It's during greenhouse season, but I think we would make it happen.
We got to get Jane to make that happen. No, she would
That's
have to
true.
stay home. Okay. I don't
So-
think she's on board.
From that, let's go to tuberous.
Okay, tuberous begonias.
The tuberous begonias are much bigger in size. You can see, let's take one of these plugs out.
Totally
Now,
different flower.
this will grow into a nice mounded, but look at how much bigger that is.
And so the tuberous begonias have
This is also a tuberous.
have the bigger flower head on them. They're going to be more upright, kind of, they will bush out, but the tuberous, compared to the next one that we're going to talk about, the Hiemalis, the Rieger begonias, the tuberous have a much bigger flower head on them. There's periodic cleaning up because even this flower has so much moisture in it. When it dies off, you do have to nip that right behind that head and get rid of it, because it's like a great big mushroom.
You could almost like squeeze.
You could totally squeeze moisture out of there if you squeezed on it. There's a lot of moisture, so we don't want that falling down in the foliage once it's done. So when they're going, go ahead and just nip off that great big flower head and get rid of it so it's not in our foliage.
Now, if you're coming to our greenhouse, this series is the Limitless series.
Beautiful. Yeah.
This one is the Nonstop. So they're all part of that tuberous family. There's just different series. This one is so much smaller compared to these because I brought these in not that long. Like a month ago, where these came in maybe
Early
2
on.
months ago.
Yeah.
So we have a stage of the development. So these will get much bigger, but you can see it's not that the plant is a small plant. It's just that it's not as old as this one.
Mm-hmm.
And the tag will show mixed colors on the tag. Really, when you're buying a tuberous begonia, you're buying the color.
Yeah.
So even though the tag said, has all the different colors mixed on it, it's not going to keep popping out different colors.
Yeah, right.
It's going to be that color.
That's going to be white. This is going to be red,
Right.
whatever it is. Okay, let's move on to the Hiemalis or the Rieger begonias.
Yeah,
I'll
so
grab one, you grab me one.
So you take the baby of the wax begonia and this, and you mix those two together,
We come up with
and you
this.
come up with this.
So it has more clusters of flowers. Still has that upright growth habit, but you can see the flowers are smaller, but there's lots of them. So it has many, many clusters of flowers. I love them both.
They have their own place.
Yeah, they still will both make a beautiful little hanging basket or a container. So these are going to be more for your shade. But I love the clusters. Look at this one. This one even has a different like ruffled type flower. I'll show it up close. They're stunning.
And again, those come in the peach, the yellow, the
Lots of colors.
I mean, there's reds. There's all different colors in them.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
So-
And these are going to be more shade.
Yep.
The only one so far that can go in sun is going to be
The wax begonia.
The wax begonia.
Okay, moving on. Let's do
Let's do the angel wing.
angel wing. So this is gonna be
And-
more upright.
There's 3 different ones I brought out.
You want to take that one?
Sure.
Grab this one.
You can see this
Yeah,
one
this one.
has the big blooms again,
Oh,
and this one smells.
smells good.
Oh, it smells like it's called sweet apple blossom. Is that what it is? Sweet spice apple blossom. And it just has that like fresh apple blossom like smell, like that fragrant, like pretty fragrant smell. And it's one of these scented ones. And they're just absolutely gorgeous. You can see this one, still an angel wing. Look at the size difference.
I'm gonna move these up close so you can see a little more of the detail.
Totally different bloom on it.
Yeah. So both are angel wing begonias. You can tell with the angel wings, it's more in the leaf is what it's referencing. So the leaf is, you can see, much longer. It has kind of a jagged edge.
It looks like an angel wing.
Yeah, compared to, we're gonna get to the next one, a dragon wing begonia. So angel wing has little clusters of flowers, but it's more in the leaf of the way to differentiate them.
Again, I planted these later, but this one is going to be just like this style of the flower, but it's red.
Red. And
Red,
that
white, and blue, because a lot of people are doing the red, white, and blue.
So, full sun to partial sun, or partial shade. Yeah, partial. Yep. So these can take a lot more sun than normal. And you really have to look at the tags. The tags are going to tell you a lot of that information. And
where this one is going to be partial
to full shade. Yeah. So reference those tags. They're going to give you that correct information. All right, dragon wing begonias, taller,
Really
taller
similar.
yet.
Yep.
Again, little clusters of flowers. The way to differentiate is with a great big smooth leaf. Okay, so it has a much smoother edge to it than the angel wings do. These are going to get taller yet. These are going to be full sun to full shade on this one. Are they all same?
Yeah, because remember, we stuck these out in the middle of our parking lot, full sun, in a container on the cement, and they did amazing.
What I loved about, we did all, I think, reds that one year.
Yes.
And they grew up big, and when they grew together, they locked in, so they lasted. And we had some really harsh winds, and they just locked together and stayed in place. So they did really, really well. So
They will bush out when they're in their own home and in a bigger pot. So you'll get more of a bushier style plant.
So pink, red,
And white.
and the white.
And it is a great portion, you know, like what I use these in containers is to give me that height. Instead of having the grasses or the spike, I'll use the dragon wing begonia to kind of give that height and that backdrop for all the flowers that I have down the front of it.
Very good. All right. The
Rex.
Rex begonia. We only have a few of these left. These are hot items this year. Let me show these up close. Now these are going to be more for your foliage. They do periodically get a little flower, but it's just a really little dainty flower. This is all about the foliage. Look at how gorgeous that is. This is the escargot.
That's your favorite.
Yeah, this one is called salsa, but I mean they have such neat variation in the leaves.
They're really known for the foliage.
Yeah, so these are cool. You mix that into, look how big this one is already. So this is a hanging basket that has mixed with the dragon wing. It has a tuberous begonia and the Rex begonia right here. Those leaves are getting huge.
Show that yellow. Isn't that pretty?
The reds, yeah.
And then what I also did in this basket, and I have to train it, this will drop. This is a Browalia, which is a shade plant also, but it kind of gives that little added white filler.
Yeah, so in a hanging basket, stunning.
Very pretty.
All right.
So there's a lot of begonias, and we want you to know that not all begonias are created equally. Some are sun, some are shade, some can tolerate both. But you really need to check your takes because that's going to be the key. Even within the same series, well, not series, but in the same, you know, the dragon wings compared to the angel wings, the name is so similar.
Height might be way different. You know, one might grow 18 inches tall, one might be much shorter. So yeah, check those tags. That's going to give you the information that's relevant to, and gives you that, you know, what you can use. Like, this is going to be not in the right spot, or this is going to get way too big. I'm not looking for something that's going to get that high. So yeah,
because
check
when
those
you're
tags.
shopping at the greenhouses, they're babies yet. They're just babies. So you might have a plant that's this tall that's going to grow into a plant that's this tall, and you really need to know that when you're kind of deciding what you're going to be planting. Something else with begonias, they have a lot of moisture in all of them do. They have a lot of moisture in the leaves and in the flowers. So cleaning them up, if they start getting funky, go ahead and snip that off. It's not that you have to do a weekly maintenance like deadheading consistently. You do have some, but
like, especially like the tuberous.
But make sure you
when there's
clean
a
them
leaf-
up.
Yeah, when there's a leaf that's in question, we don't want that to cause trouble. So there was a leaf that fell down. It's on top of the soil. You need to get rid of that. You know, that's going to cause trouble. So just clean those up. Even with the flowers falling down, get rid of that. It's just much easier, and is kind of keeps us from having trouble in the long run. So a little bit of maintenance.
Here's a great example.
Yeah.
This was a leaf that fell in there.
And it could have gotten bumped too. Sometimes they
he would have started rotting and then infecting the rest of it.
Yeah. So just keep them cleaned up. So a little bit of maintenance. Boy, there's a lot of variety with the begonias. I mean, begonias have come so far.
Which is good because there's so many people that struggle with what's for shade because there's not.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of great.
But yet you can, we can go into the sun with them too. So it brings us into that. Most people have sun in their yards, and that gives a whole nother opportunity for something different other than geraniums or petunias. Yeah, so gorgeous.
Beautiful. You're gonna fertilize them just like you would everything else.
Yep. But once a week with the Beat Your Neighbor fertilizer, that keeps that growth going, gives them the nutrients that they need. They'll look beautiful with that weekly feeding of
Keeps
our
them
Beat Your Neighbor fertilizer. So speaking of which, we're going to highlight a new retailer of ours, finally fresh in Bonduel, Wisconsin.
That's not very far from us.
It's not too far, about a half hour probably, right?
I don't think that's very far.
No. Yeah. So finally fresh in Bonduel, Wisconsin is carrying our Beat Your Neighbor fertilizer, and you can go online at our beatyourneighbor.com website. We have a retailer map that will show you in the United States more and more retailers every day, every single day. We're getting more and more retailers. So if you want to find somebody close to you, please visit them and shop with that local small business. We're just in small businesses.
And if
that
you
are partnering
don't
up with
have
us.
one near you, go bug your greenhouse to
Tell
reach
'em.
out, yes, to carry it. Otherwise, we can ship it directly to you in 48 states.
Right.
So we do encourage you to shop small business first and then shop with us.
Yeah.
I mean, we are small business, but I want them to do it in their local town first.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go
So-
see what they have. Go see all the colors. Some people have been coming in because our weather's been wonky, and I'm still in a jacket, and
it's
this is
getting
not
better.
normal.
I'm still in a hoodie. It's 30 some degrees this morning.
But I've had a lot of people stop in, and they're like, they're getting so anxious for that weather to turn. It should be this week.
Yes.
Not guaranteed, but it should be. And they just want to come see color. And
Yeah.
I think that's part of the fun of greenhouse, is going and just seeing all the color and seeing the variety and just looking at everything. And normally they walk out with something they're like, I'm
I
so
gotta have
afraid
this.
it's not going to be here when I come back. I have to take it right now. So.
Right. So, all right, and again, all that information on our Beat Your Neighbor fertilizer is at beatyourneighbor.com. As people are always asking, can it be used for this? Can it be used for that? All that information, everything you need to know, is at beatyourneighbor.com.
And more.
Yeah, and more. And there's lots. There's not just our fertilizers there. We partner up with the affiliate link, so products that we don't sell, but stuff that we endorse is there also, and you can find those links where you can find a hose end sprayer, or you can find a Dram watering wand or Dram hose, the rubber hose, the good quality, the heating mats, the
All that stuff.
soil, all that stuff is at our beatyourneighbor.com website, including lots of blog articles. If you're a reader, we have hundreds of articles and also recipes.
Yes.
We've got recipes at our blog, so there's a lot of information. There's a lot of cool stuff to know and see there at our beatyourneighbor.com website. So please be sure to visit that and scroll around and check it out.
And do us another favor. Can you please go and hit the follow or like button
With a subscribe on YouTube.
on all those buttons? Can you just start hitting them? We'd really appreciate it. If you want to support us and you can't come to our greenhouse, and maybe you already have your fertilizer, but
Yep.
you really want to support us,
There's something you can do.
please go to our main page and hit the follow, like, subscribe, hit them all.
Otherwise,
All of 'em.
you're just using us, and that's not very nice. So, hit that follow button on Facebook.
We'd appreciate
Hit
it.
the subscribe button on YouTube. We really appreciate that, and sharing with your friends, letting other people know, hey, these are some very helpful videos. We
Yes.
appreciate that. So,
Have a great rest of the day.
all right, thanks. See you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.